Hi, it's your quilting friend Emily from Quilting Your Legacy, where we help quilters turn their stitches into stories with love, laughter, and a few imperfect seams along the way. If you are looking for a supportive community, project tracking workbook, and a monthly sew-along every single month where we make a different table topper, head over to quiltingyourlegacy.com. And for today's $2 digital pattern, go ahead and head over to nortonhousequilting.com, where you will not only find this pattern, some carefully curated bundles, and other fun Quilting Your Legacy goodies along the way. And in this video, we are going to talk about different fabric combinations as well. This quilt is measuring at 42 inches by 53 inches, which is going to make it a perfect lap size, baby size, or make the blocks over and over again, and you could make it even larger. Each block is like a mini story. So you are going to be using strips of fabric, you're also going to be using squares to sew together, and then as you make these different blocks, you're just going to continue to make the quilt grow, or like I said, make a few of the blocks to turn it into a baby size quilt. It's the way that you make these blocks to then with the movement of the quilt, which is what's really going to make this entire quilt. For the fabric requirements to make the Limerick quilt, you are going to need 9 different fat quarters in addition to the contrasting fabric. So the contrasting fabric is going to be 1 yard. So again, 9 different fabrics and then 1 yard for your contrasting fabric. Then you have a quilt. Plus, you're going to need a half of a yard for your binding. All of your strips are going to be cut out from the length of your fat quarter, so that 21 inches, which is where this quilt is going to be absolutely brilliant using your stash fabric as well. Not to mention, as the pattern is saying, using those 9 different fat quarters, it's going to make it a really fun variety, scrappy type vibe quilt as well. So let's play with some fabric combinations. As you go to your fabric stash, keep in mind these different inspirations. That way it's just going to make your life a little bit easier when you start to pull your fabrics. In addition to, head over to your favorite quilt shop with some of your scrap fabric so that you really curate the best color quilt combination. And again, keep in mind that you could be making this quilt for one of your favorite people, so asking them what is their favorite season, what is their favorite color. Head to your fabric stash, head to your favorite quilt shop, and then let's pull out some very fun and playful color combinations. I say we as if like I'm a part of this project as well. And certainly head over to the Quilting Your Legacy monthly challenge, because the free Facebook group, because I would love to see what fabric combinations you are going to pull. So first up is the spring garden combination. We've got lavender, blush, sage green, maybe even a butter yellow or a soft yellow gingham fabric. We've also got the moody modern color combination. So this is black, charcoal, deep wine, maybe like an espresso color to really have that deep wine color as your contrasting fabric. But then again, you could literally use anything as a contrasting fabric. But again, very deep modern would be really fun. So the third color combination would be a splash of color. So this is where you have the teal, the fuchsia, the mustard, the lime green color, and then how fun to use a bold stripe maybe for that accent color. We've also got the soft and sweet color combinations. So this is where you're going to be using those baby blue color fabrics, those soft pink color fabrics, that mint color, the cream color, and then maybe using some little diddly dots for your accent color. And then don't forget about your binding, because with your binding, you could be using some stripe, you could be using some leftover fat quarters from the quilt, maybe even going with a dark purple, a dark black. That is what they use for the pattern here. They are featuring green fabric, and then they have either dark green as your border, or they have a black. With that binding, focus your eyes inward towards the center of the quilt. Let's talk about some helpful tips and as the blocks are coming together. Each of the 20 blocks are going to be measuring at 4 inches by 4 inches, and that is going to be your contrasting fabric. From there, you're going to build on 4 more pieces, one at a time, pressing outward for each seam. And then on the pattern, it walks you through what sizes you need to cut out the blocks, but it's almost kind of sort of like creating a log cabin, but with larger blocks, and you're going to be using less fabrics than you you would with a log cabin block. Once your blocks are made, you'll rotate and arrange them into 5x4 rows. This is going to give your quilt its signature movement. It's a little bit of improv, a little bit of tidy, and a heck of a lot of fun. If Limerick feels like the perfect next project for you, you can grab the $2 digital pattern right on NortonHouseQuilting.com and just search for Limerick, or head right to the $2 digital pattern, going right to the fat quarter category to make your life even easier. And who knows, you might find even more fat quarter worthy quilts again to use some of your fabrics in your fabric stash. And if you want to join the Table Topper Club, head right over to QuiltingYourLegacy.com, where we sew a different table topper every single month. Remember, every time you sit to stitch, you are creating something that matters, something within your heart. So let's quilt your legacy together with love, laughter, and a few imperfect seams along the way. And again, I'm Emily from Quilting Your Legacy, and I cannot wait to sew with you soon.